Welcome to my CPE301 Design Assignment 6 video. In this video I will be interfacing a ICM20948 sensor to read the accelerometer in XYZ as well as the gyroscope in XYZ. And we're going to be communicating to an ATmega 328 PB using the I2C two-wire interface. So let's just go through the code here real quick. I'm not going to go through every line of the code. We've got our read and write functions, acknowledge function, start wait. Some of the notable functions here are the whoIam function. This is going to read from the 00 register the device's address, and we're going to store that address value into int device here the first time that we run it. And then every time that the device is reading, we're constantly going to be checking to make sure that the same device is connected. In our case here, we only have one sensor connected, so we shouldn't ever run into this problem where it would not be connected, but just in case, I did put this check in here. This function here is my get data function. This is sending the low and high addresses. We're going to be using these for our gyroscope and our accelerometer. Being that the data is split into an 8-bit low and an 8-bit high address, this function is going to read each one and save the data and then go ahead and add them together to make a 16-bit piece of data from it. One thing I wanted to note from this video, from the last video, when I did the SPI video, I was under the assumption that Dr. Venke wanted us to just submit the raw data, meaning read right from the register and just use that data output to the terminal. So for this video, he gave us a little better explanation and said that he wanted us to go ahead and take into account the scaling factor. So as you can see here, once I read from the two registers, I go ahead and use the sensitivity factor. So for the gyroscope, it was 131, and for the accelerometer, it was 16,384. So if you notice that the data is a little different from my SPI video to the I2C video, I did go ahead and take into account this. So hopefully I won't lose any points for that. But so yeah, we're gonna, once we start the device, we're running all our initialized functions. We're going to go ahead and read whoIam one time, store that, and then we're going to constantly be checking that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and build this, and we'll go ahead and start it up, and we'll take a look at it. So once we get the device connected, we'll go ahead and we'll get that confirmation. Like I said, it'll show that it's going to give us our device address the one time, and that's going to repeatedly tell us if the device is connected or not. So there we're established, the address is 234, and that's going to say every time, the device is still connected, device is still connected. So go ahead and move this. You can see our gyroscope values change. And it's kind of hard to get our accelerometer to, really show big values because it has to move really quick to get those values to change a lot. But you can see we got different readings here. And when we go ahead and apply the filter in the midterm 3, you'll probably see those values to be a lot more accurate. So let's go ahead and disconnect. So you can see that we're reading the registers, we're reading the values, it's changing every time. Let's go ahead and bring up our logic analyzer here. And we'll just go ahead and run this once. That should be enough. So if you look at this piece of data here, this is sending our 68, which is our read, and then we're reading from the 00 address. And we're writing to the 00 address to figure out what we want to see, and then we're getting our EA, which is our 234 back. And then we move over here. It's kind of slow. We're sending our 34. and then our 33, and we're reading both times, and this is going to be for our gyroscope. And then this one's going to be for our gyroscope Y. And this will be our gyroscope X. And so on and so forth. Like I said, so the code functioned as expected, and I ended with the result that I was hoping for. And I'll see you in the next video with the filtering. Thank you so much for watching my video.